Good afternoon, everybody. Those of us who are live, it is the Virtual Village Hall. It's Fiona, Kyle, it's Inspirational Harping. It's Friday fun with the Clarsach request session today, not meditation. Of course, if you've come for meditation, you're obviously welcome to stay and enjoy the session anyway, because people often say, even when I'm playing the most mad of harp music, that is, oh, it's so relaxing. So I hope you'll find it relaxing, whichever way you decide to do, whether you listen to the request or whether you listen to it later on, when you've got some time. For those on catch up, I welcome you as well. So it's a beautiful spring day here in the north of Scotland. I hope it's the same everywhere else. It's really lovely, and I hope the weather continues. I can feel the sun through the window. I can feel it on my face. It's just amazing. For those of you who have regulars, you probably know that I'm registered blind, and so I will be asking Anna, who's hosting today, to read out the comments when we get to them. So the theme today is for the love of weddings. So it's a lot of tunes that I've been asked to play for weddings. You are, of course, welcome to put your requests in the comments, and Anna will read those out. If I know the tune and I can play it, then I will play it. If I don't, then I'm sorry. We'll have to see if we can do it for another session. So really, you just need to sit back and enjoy today. Send some comments. Let me know where you are, what you're up to. Hope you've all got a nice cup of tea to hand or something nice to drink, and just enjoy the session. So I've got Ellie harp with me today. So Ellie sounds like this. So that's her. She is the wedding harp. She is the harp that tends to go to weddings because she's electroacoustic, so I can plug her into an amplifier and give a bit more sound. So she tends to be the corporate and wedding harp, but of course it just depends where we're going and what the venue's like and what kind of mood I'm in, and which harp wants to come forward, and if they've got strings, which is the problem with Miss Charlotte at the moment, because she has had to have some new strings, so she's letting them sell for a little bit. So without any more waffling from me, the first tune I'm going to play is Ave Maria. And this has been a really challenging tune for me. Classical tunes are not great on lever harps, which is what this harp is, because of, like, when you have a pedal harp, you can use the pedals to change the key very quickly, and it does it for all of the instrument. But with these harps, you have to change the levers manually. So I will be doing that, and I'll explain a little bit after, once I've played the tune. So hopefully the lever changes will go okay. So this is Ave Maria. So I hope you enjoy this. And this tune was typically used for a bride's entrance, as I call it. Thank you very much. That tune was a challenge, and I really tried to actually not do it at all. And I tried to say to the couple, it's very complicated, it's classical, there's lots of lever changes, and they were like, oh, we really would love you to do it. And it was a bit of conflict with me. So I'm just changing levers before I do anything else. And so I listened to it a lot on YouTube and listened to harp versions, and I kind of got myself in a bit of a muddle with it. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to actually ditch every version that I've ever listened to. I know what the tune sounds like. I know the melody, and I'm just going to try and see if I can do it. So me and Charlotte Harp sat down with the tune, and that's the arrangement I came up with, and so I made it work somehow. So yeah, that's me most of the time. It's like, oh, I'll just listen to the YouTube version, but and obviously some tunes I have to get into my head. I don't know everything. So, but yeah, so that was Ave Maria. So that I managed to do it for their wedding with the lever changes as well, which is a bit nerve-wracking when you're doing it under performance pressure. It's okay when you're at home just playing, but it was a bit nerve-wracking. But and so what I did was I put little bobbles on the levers, but I've realised I've got some other bobbles of other tunes as well, so I was trying not to use them. So I've got little tiny little elastic bobbles on the levers to let me feel what they're like, so I can know the right ones to move up and down. So that's what I was doing. So yeah, next tune, now that I've changed key, is Wildest Dreams. Now I've played this quite a few times, probably on the virtual village hall, but it's a cool wedding tune, pretty much usually for exit or for bride's entrance, but it could be used for signing the register as well. I think I've used it in all three situations. This is from Bridgerton, also by Taylor Swift, but it was the Bridgerton tune that inspired the bride that asked me to play it. She said it's from Bridgerton. I was like, I never watched it. I still haven't watched it, but the tunes are they've done a lot of the tunes for the soundtrack and strings and pop tunes, and it sounds amazing. So I listened to it and thought, this is lovely. I love this tune, so I still do. So Wildest Dreams. Thank you very much. So I think with that tune and with Ave Maria, I can play them a little bit slower as well, and it just depends on which part of the ceremony that I'm playing for. Sometimes you want to really build the emotion of the piece, so I will slow it down. And if it's an exit, you can kind of speed it up because they're leaving the church and they're getting married, and it's fantastic. So yeah, the next tune I'm going to play is 1,000 Years, which is actually a piece from Twilight, someone told me, but it became quite popular. I don't know, maybe 10, 12 years ago. It was one that everybody was playing, but it's still beautiful even now. So this is by Christina Perry, so I'm going to play that one next. ask Anna to come in and see how we're doing with the comments and if there are any requests.
Hello, Fiona. I was
Hello.
drifting off into gorgeous relaxation with that last piece. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, me too, almost.
Perfect music for a sunny Friday afternoon.
Isn't it just? Isn't it just? Yeah.
It's quite quiet in the comments so far today, but Christina's here and she says that she's watching. She says hello and she says that she's watching from a sunny Berkshire this afternoon.
Oh, gorgeous. I forgot to say about the video, actually. Whoops.
Well. Don't worry. It's not too bad, actually. It's sometimes you're a little bit grainy, but generally it's not too bad, but we can hear you perfectly.
As long as you can hear, that's the important thing. Yeah. Oh, lovely, Christine. Berkshire sounds fabulous. Yes. That's good. At least it's sunny where you are, so that's important. Great. So no requests at the minute, just kind of quiet. Well, hopefully everybody's listening away, and that's fine. And hopefully there'll be more as we go along. But if not, well, yeah. There'll be plenty of tunes to keep you going, don't worry. Thank you, Anna. I'll check in again in a wee while.
Okay, Fiona, thank you.
Thank you. Right, yes, forgot to mention at the start, my video was looking a wee bit iffy, so I apologise if you can't see me as well, but as long as you can hear, that's the important thing. Right, so the next tune I'm going to do is Marry You by Bruno Mars. Typically, I should say that it's usually used as entrance, bride's entrance, but sometimes it's exit. I find if I'm saying people are going up the aisle, down the aisle, it's very confusing. So when I'm talking about people coming in, people going out, I tend to say bride's entrance, the signing of the register, and exit as a married couple. So that's the kind of terminology I use because I find it easier. Everybody knows where they are then. So because you would hate to get the wrong tune in the wrong place. That would be terrible. So Marry You it could be for all these tunes could work most of the time for all 3 points of the ceremony generally, but 1,000 Years is probably one of those that would be quite emotional, same as Ave Maria, so you probably want to use that for the bride's entrance. But it's their, whoever's wedding it is, it's up to them. So I kind of guide people generally, but if they want Ave Maria for an exit, I'm like, okay, that's fine. If you're absolutely sure that's what you want, then we'll go with that. But Marry You is a fun tune, so it's by Bruno Mars. So this is my interpretation of it. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. Yes, that's quite an energetic one. So it's a good fun tune to play for a wedding. It's very, very cheerful and very uplifting, and it's just fabulous when I do get the opportunity. But tunes drift in and out. Some years you get the same ones, people asking for the same ones, and other times people want different things. So that's good. So the next piece I'm going to play is Lavian Rose, which I actually found a recording of it I'd made a few years ago the other day when I was sifting through my recordings looking for other things. And this was, again, another wedding tune. And it's actually a film tune as well, because obviously it's from the film as by Edith Piaf, but there's a film called Lavian Rose as well. And also it's in the recent version of A Star Is Born, which when I went to see it at the cinema, I was like, oh, that's Lavian Rose. So it's always a wee bit of a shock when I hear a tune that I've arranged for someone's wedding and I hear it out and about in the radio and things. I'm like, oh, I did that tune. So it was lovely to hear it being sung. So I hope you enjoy this. And I played this for when I was at the Houses of Parliament in Edinburgh about a year and a half ago now, because it was a French theme because we were doing about Braille. So it was one of the tunes that I played. So I'm fairly sure I've played it on here before, but hope you enjoy it anyway. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful wedding piece, that one. For anything, actually, but it is one of my favourite ones. So the next piece I'm going to play was an exit tune, and it's called Marry Me Now, and it's a traditional Scottish piece. And I had heard it, but the lady that asked me to play it, I was like, oh, I've heard that tune, but I've never actually tried to play it. So here is my arrangement of it. So hope you enjoy it. So Marry Me Now. Thank you very much. Quite a fun piece again, and yeah, I really like playing that. But it's one of those ones that if I don't practice it, it's really hard to get back into my fingers again. So I did have to spend a couple of weeks on that one, getting it right for this session. So right, brilliant. Yes, the next tune I'm going to do a couple of sort of more Disney-ish type ones. So this next one actually is from the same wedding, and the lady chose Marry Me Now for the exit, but she chose Noble Maiden Fair for, I can't remember if it was it was for the register. I think she had Braveheart for the bride's entrance, and she also had Game of Thrones in there as well, but I decided not to play that today. But that was kind of her quirky sense of humour. So if anyone knows Game of Thrones, she had the one from I think it was from the Red Wedding. So I'm trying to remember what, was it Reigns of Castamere, I think the piece is called. But I hadn't intended to play that, but if anyone does want it, I can play it. But I hadn't intended to do that today. But this is Noble Maiden Fair from the film Brave. Thank you very much. I'm going to ask Anna to come back in now and see how we are with the comments and requests.
Hello, Fiona. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's all quiet in the comments, you know. I think everyone's drifted off because the music's so relaxing.
I know, and yet it's not a meditation, but yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, I think there's nobody's asking for anything at the moment, and there's no messages to pass on. I just think everyone's smiling and enjoying the gorgeous dreamy music and drifting away.
It'll all happen at the end, you know. Just be ready to finish up, and then there'll be about 5 requests, and that quite often happens.
Probably will, and we'll be here till 8 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. Can you cope till then?
I don't know. Can you play till then?
Well, I might have to have a little break in between, but I'm sure we could manage it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fabulous. Okay. Well, I will check in a little bit again and see how we're doing.
Okie dokie, Fiona. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Well, I hope everyone is enjoying the session. That's the important thing. Yeah, I know I certainly am anyway. I enjoy all the sessions, but I do enjoy making up the request ones in particular and trying to find a theme and finding tunes, and that's quite good fun to do that. So the next piece I'm going to do is How Far I'll Go, and this is from the Disney film Moana, and I actually got asked to play this last summer, and last summer was beautiful for weddings. All the weddings I did, which was only about 3 or 4, but we had beautiful weather for all of them, and this was actually quite local to me. I'd never been to the venue before. I'd heard of it, and we were outside for the drinks, but we were inside for the ceremony, and they said, I don't suppose you could play How Far I'll Go, and I said, I'll give it a try. I didn't have a lot of time to do it, but I did manage it. So this is How Far I'll Go. very much. I know when I do learn the tune and I tell the couple I've learned it, it's amazing when they come back and say, "Oh, we're so pleased," and especially when there are children involved and the children want to hear it. Really really makes it special and makes it worthwhile. So the next piece I'm going to do is an exclusive. I've not played this. Well, actually, that's not quite true. I did play it out the other day when I was visiting the Oaks, is where I go and perform meditations. And I said to them, "Can I?" They were like, "Oh, you play something that you like." So I said, "Okay, well, I'm going to try out this little tune." So this is a tune by a singer called Alex Warren, who's very popular. He's probably a bit like, Ed Sheeran was. And the couple that I'm doing a wedding for in August have asked me to play this. They've asked for a couple of other things, but I haven't included them in the virtual village hall today because they're not quite ready yet. But I thought it'd be fun to try this one out and see what everybody feels. I'd love to hear in the comments what you think about it. You may have heard it on the radio. It's very popular. I keep hearing it everywhere as well, and I was attending a harp concert online the other week, and the lady who was playing for us did this tune as well, and I was like, oh wow, to hear another harpist play it is amazing. And she did it a bit slower than I did, so, and obviously very differently to how I've played it, but I hope you enjoy this anyway. There is a bit of a harp riff in the piece as well, so that may have been why they chose it. So here we go, a first for the virtual village hall. Thank you. Haven't quite worked out where that's going to go in the ceremony yet. Once I meet with the couple, we'll decide, but I'm fairly sure they asked for it for the signing of the register, so it would work for that. Because I think they've got something else for the bride's entrance. So thank you for that. So I'm just going to change key here for a second. I don't talk when I'm changing the levers because I will mess up and do the wrong ones. And even harpists who can see do this as well. So it's quite common to just have a little quiet moment. So this piece is quite short, but it's a piece that I wrote. I don't often write tunes for weddings because it's an extra pressure that I maybe don't need. So I don't sort of publicly say I will write tunes for people, but a couple of my friends who got married have, I've done it for them. So this is one of these pieces. So it's called Sweet Union, and my friend Sarah got married last year to Jamie, and it was a very quiet wedding. They had their ceremony outside and just themselves, and some parents parents of both sides, and that was it. And then it was myself got invited to play at the reception. So Sarah and I met up and we chose tunes, and I really wanted to write something for her, but I didn't know if I would be able to write it in time and whether it would come off. So I wrote something, and then I said to her, I've written you a tune, but I don't know, see what you think. So this is the tune. And I said to her, what do you think we should call it? And she said, I think we should call it Sweet Union. So that's what we called it. So it's a little wedding waltz kind of tune. So hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. I think the idea was I kind of imagined them dancing and then sort of moving off and then coming back together, and that's kind of how I thought about it when I was writing it. And Sarah said like people can still be in a marriage but do different things and come back together and split off, and that's just how I felt it went. And she said absolutely, that's how um, that's how it felt to her. So yeah. Right. I think we'll check in with Anna again, see how we're doing with the comments and things.
Hello. That was beautiful. You're so clever, Fiona. I can't believe you can write music like that. It blows my mind.
Well, it doesn't happen all the time, but it sometimes I get an idea and that's how it goes. So yeah, I'll have to do another session with all my compositions at some point.
Oh yes, definitely. We'd love that. That would be fab. That's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll do that. One of the request ones, we'll definitely do that.
Oh, brilliant! I look forward to it. I hope I get to host that one.
I know we'll have to put in a special request.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of requests, we do have a request now. Jackie is listening and she's asked if you'd play Greensleeves for us, please.
Lovely. Yes, I might do that one near the end, Jackie. It's funny, I had it in my mind to do it and I thought, oh, somebody will request it. So there you go. Thank you for that. Yeah, brilliant. I will do, yes. Any other comments or?
No, that's it. Just again, everyone's, I think, enjoying and listening to the music. But no, Jackie popped in very soon after you last asked me, actually, for her request. Okay. So I think she's still listening. I'm sure she is.
Yes, I'm sure she is. I will pop that. I'll do it at the end because it's in a different key to what I'm in at the minute. I could do it, but I think it might be a nice one to finish on because it's quite upbeat, and Celtic. Yes. So yeah, we'll definitely do that for Jackie. We'll pop that in at the end. Brilliant. Thank you, Anna. That's great. Thank you. I'll just write that in actually, just so that I've got it, in case I forget. It's funny, I did a gig at a care home the other week, and it was they had afternoon tea and stuff, eating mess and all that kind of jazz, and it was great. But of course, I had passed around the repertoire list as well. I'm just gonna have a drink while we're talking, and about 5 or 6 different people came up with requests. So I was like, right, I'm gonna have to jot these down because I won't remember who's asked for what. So then my assistant that was with me said, oh, I should be typing that, and I said, no, that's what I've got a wonderful braille note taker for. But it was just one of these things that I if I hadn't put down who the request was for and what it was, then I would have forgotten. So right, we've got that to go in at the end. Okay, right, I'm going to change key again. Change the wee levers. I just can't get over how beautiful the weather is today. All week it's been lovely actually up here. So yeah, it does make a difference getting the washing out, just feeling everyone's mood's lifted, isn't it? It just, it's a very Friday feeling today, it feels to me. So, right. So the next piece I'm going to play is I did for a wedding last year, and it was out in the garden. It was in the middle of June. It was a beautiful day, and we were in a marquee, of course, which was really hot. But it was such a beautiful, intimate wedding. So one of the tunes that they asked for was Married Life from the film Up. So I'm going to do that next. Hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. And I think I'm going to play something that I've only just decided I'm going to play this tune today because it does really signify the difference in playing traditional music on the harp and actually moving to pop and rock. And although I'd sort of dabbled a little bit in some of the pop things, they were just, I was just playing them for myself. And when I did my first proper paid wedding as Inspirational Harping, one of the tunes they asked for was Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. And it's one of these tunes that, if I'm doing something for friends, or if I'm, a lot of my friends love the fact that I can do this on the harp, as do I. But when they asked me, I was like, because, it's a traditional instrument, we play traditional music. I honestly didn't think that I would be able to do Metallica. And they said, oh, we'd really love if you could do Metallica. And I was like, on the harp? Okay. So I went away and had to listen to it on YouTube, found the different versions of it and thought, actually, I love this. I think I could do it. So I went away and sort of learned the melody, of course, because I didn't know it. I'd heard of Metallica, but didn't know any of their stuff. And this piece emerged, and the couple came round, and I was like, this is what I've done. And they were like, wow, that's amazing. So it's kind of been my signature piece. And I don't know why I didn't include it when I was thinking about what I was going to play, but it just occurred to me that I should really play this because it does come up in weddings. A lot of the grooms like the rock stuff. So if they're lucky enough to get to choose, then it's something that they quite often will choose. And I've played it for friends at different things, and in my own birthday party last year it was like, oh, play Metallica. So here is Nothing Else Matters. So enjoy. you very much. It's a bit of an epic tune, that. It always requires a fair bit of concentration. So we're gradually moving towards the end of our session. We've got a few more tunes yet. So this is another newish one that again, my friend Sarah requested. And it's Dreams by the Cranberries. So hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much. So the next tune I'm going to play is a tune called the Jenga Waltz, as in Genja, the game, but it's also from my friends Jen and Gavin, who got married a couple of years ago. I was very fortunate. I'm trying to think when that was, actually, 2023 maybe. I was very fortunate to be bridesmaid, maid of honour even. Had a beautiful dress, sort of grey, silver, loads of sparkles, loads of bling. It was beautiful. And my guide dog Gus, who's now retired, but he was at the wedding, he had a little bow tie as well, a little silver grey bow tie, looked really gorgeous. He just lay down and went to sleep as if to say, oh well, another day at the office, you know. But it was a beautiful day, and I got to play Jen up the aisle and bride's entrance. Did her bride's entrance, did the register and the exit. So, and this was a little tune that I just played for them afterwards. So the Jenga Waltz. Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask Anna to come in and just see if there are any other comments or requests before I play the last few tunes as well.
Hello, Fiona.
Hello.
Hello. I can't believe that you could make a harp arrangement of Metallica song, and it sounded so beautiful. It sounded like it was written for the harp. It was gorgeous.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm sure everybody else did too. Thank you.
I love playing it, actually. It's one of my favourite tunes, but I always forget about it, and then somebody mentions it, and I'm like, oh yeah, Metallica, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm really glad that you brought that one out today. That was fab. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
No other requests, though. Nobody else has come in and asked for anything. So
okay.
Just Jackie's Greensleeves, I think.
Jackie's Greensleeves. Okay. Well, we've got a couple to go, and then we'll do Greensleeves. So not that long. Not that long until the end, really. It's going in quick, as always.
So fast. Yes,
so fast.
It's been wonderful so far. I'm sure it will be till the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely. Okay, thank you, Anna. I'll pop in at the end and just check there's any more requests before we finish off. So, okay, just in case.
Okay. Speak to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so I'm just going to change key again. So I mentioned that I often don't do classical pieces for weddings, but I have a couple that I'm going to sort of finish off with, and then we'll do Jackie's Greensleeves. It's not Jackie's Greensleeves, but she requested it. Now I can never pronounce this, so I think it's called like Iowadi or something. I can't pronounce it, but I love the tune, and you might recognise it. I think it's by Luvico de Norte, and again I can't pronounce that either. But it's a piece that I did for a wedding a few years ago. It was for a bride's entrance. It was a beautiful summer's day. It was a lovely wedding. It was quite a big wedding, lots of people, and it was for two ladies who were getting married. So one of them requested. I think she plays piano, or she played it on the piano or something, and I was like, oh flip, am I going to be able to pull this off for the harp? But yeah, it is a beautiful piece. So hope you enjoy it. There'll be probably a bit of it that you recognise, which I did. And I was like, I know the one. So enjoy it. very much. I do hope you enjoyed that. It's a beautiful piece and one that I will probably, I'm sure, bring out in meditation one of these days as well. So we're coming to the end of our session now. So the next piece you will know, which is a Pachelbel's Canon, which I haven't played at a wedding for a while, but sometimes it gets called up either for, usually for a bride's entrance, because it can be quite a short piece and you don't have a massive amount of time to play a piece for the entrance because it's such a short time from the bride moving, from the door of the venue to the, to the top, to the table, to the altar, whatever you want to call it, depending on where it is. So that can be quite a challenge sometimes to try to find a way of ending the tune quite quickly so that you can go on with the ceremony and I'm not still playing half an hour later. And I can remember playing, I think it was Fields of Gold, to my harp teacher, and she said, well, it's beautiful, but the bride will have, you'll take up half the ceremony if you play the whole thing. You'll have to cut it down and just play a little bit. And I was like, oh, okay. So I hadn't really thought about that. So this is a Pachelbel's Canon in D, and it is in D as well. Thank you very much. When I was looking at tunes to do for this session, I was just running my finger down the list and my braille note taker and sort of going, and it jumped out, oh, Pachelbel's Canon, oh, let's do that. And I found it quite relaxing to play when I was practicing it. And I thought it would be, it does come into weddings sometimes, but I think it's not as popular as some of the other pieces nowadays. I think when I first started it maybe had quite a popularity, which is probably why I had to learn it. But and that's my own arrangement of it. I haven't actually been taught how to play that. I just listened to it and kind of made up my own thing. So, final tune for today. I'm just going to actually ask Anna to come in just briefly and just check if there's any more requests or any comments before we finish off.
Hi, Fiona.
Hello.
No other requests, but Jackie has popped back into the comments to say that you are so talented and that you're a joy to listen to. And I couldn't agree more.
Oh, thank you, Jackie. She's just making sure I don't forget her request. That's what it is.
No. She's a very happy camper, obviously.
Excellent. No, that's great. Oh, well, I mean, hopefully lots of people will come in and catch up and listen to this later. And we'll just have to do requests for next time. So that's fine.
Absolutely. Perhaps we'll have to start asking people to send them in advance.
Well, we do, but, sometimes people, I always put on my page that, people can put in requests. But, sometimes people just want to listen and that's fine.
Absolutely. And your choices have been excellent. So I'm sure nobody's got any complaints about the repertoire.
I hope not. Hopefully just good ones. Yeah, fabulous. So I'll finish off, Anna, and then that'll be us. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much on behalf of everybody listening and the Virtual Village Hall team for another wonderful session.
Yay! Right, we'll finish off with Green Sleeves then. And it always reminds me of summer and sort of sitting out on a summer's eve listening to music, harp music maybe, or lute or fiddle or I don't know, it's just got that Celtic feel. So Jackie, I hope you enjoy this, and to everybody else, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. So I'm just going to finish off with this now. Well, everybody, that is the end of our request session. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you get a chance to listen later and catch up as well, and want to share it with family and friends, and maybe it will inspire someone to have a harp at their wedding. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, whatever you are getting up to, hopefully enjoying some lovely sunshine. And to those on catch up, I hope you enjoy this session whenever you get the chance to listen to it. I'd like to thank Anna and the Virtual Village Hall for hosting me and hosting all these wonderful events that they put on for everyone's enjoyment and entertainment. And I shall see you again in April. I think it's the 24th. And that will be a meditation session. So sending lots of love from myself and all the harp girls, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.